course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who were blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's overload.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Lance Kendricks, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Throwing, Hundley. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for two.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year
and
not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Crosby on now to kick it away. The return will come from Sonoris Perry. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. No. 158. Even.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Well, we got a second here. Thinking back to Week 15, a cool moment in that Panthers-Green Bay game. Did you see the video of Cam Newton and Clay Matthews?
I did, and, you know, when you watch it, and, you know, what everybody told me, when they're watching it live, you could see something happening because the commentators were talking at that time. Then they took the commentators' voices out, and you caught everything. So
blitz coming, and down he goes. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On fourth down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. No. Slant.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. The swing pass caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 54 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Let's go. Hey, guys, check me out.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Packers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Dolphins won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Dolphins on offense. First quarter winding down. Drake's going to take it off the left edge, and they cap off a 4-minute drive with a score. Now 1st and 10. Rodgers goes down the field to Nelson, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Continuing on the drive, here we'll get a pass into the end zone, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Packers behind now by just 1. 1st and 10.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 75 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Tight end's left. Tight end's left. 3 down.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Tight end right. 3 down.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Get in the weight room. Yo. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught by Nelson. Left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. Lets it go for Nelson. And touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 53 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Now Hundley. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2, but I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there, he's tight right there. Let's go.
Play action, it's Tannehill. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession.